Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City. This is video 1 of 5 that I'm going to be doing on small multifamily to kind of give you a little bit of education if you don't know everything about it. Now, many of you I'm sure do, but let's start with what is a duplex. But before I do that, let's talk about the definition of small multifamily, and that is 2, 3, or 4 adjoined units, in other words, common walls. And the reason why I limit it to 4 is because after 4, it becomes a commercial property. Up to 4 is considered a residential property subject to residential rates, which are certainly much better. I'm going to start with a duplex though, because this is what we're doing the most of. There's some real advantages there. So essentially a duplex is 2 rental units or ownership units, if you want, on one lot instead of one property on one lot in a single family. Now, the other thing about a duplex is title can be taken in various ways, or ownership, I should say, can be taken in various ways, which is with one legal description for everything, the whole duplex and the land underneath it, or we can do 2 separate legals, an A and a B side, so that it's divided in 2, whereas half of it, the property and the land underneath it is owned, and the property and the land underneath it on that second half is also separately owned. But for you, in terms of getting a mortgage, it is still one mortgage. Now, there's a lot of advantages to duplexes, and I'm going to go into that in later videos, but basically is as prices rise in cities, duplexes are being built more and more, and that is including us. And just think about it this way. If you have a lot that's cost X number of dollars, then we divide that into 2 per rental unit. And there's efficiencies there. There's efficiencies in the building, in the respect that, when a roof is put on for both units at one time, framing, sheetrock, everything, double duty when the subcontractors come in. So there's an efficiency to the build that can cut down on costs. So essentially, a lot of our duplexes, we're starting at $130,000 a side for brand new construction. And that's very, very low cost. And you can't do that in a single family home anymore in Oklahoma City. It is not possible. In fact, it's getting even hard to do it in 10 and 15-year-old existing single family homes. So there's an efficiency to the build in a duplex. Now, the other thing is, and I'll get a little bit later into financing, but I'll say this on this first one, is that Fannie Mae allows you to have 10 mortgages total. So as an individual. And so that includes a personal home that you're living in, that you have a mortgage on, can include a second home, and then rental property. And that is the limit. And after 4 rental properties that are single families at 20% down, everything becomes 25% down, which is what a duplex is. And again, we'll talk about that in video number 4. But essentially is this: if you're looking for a lot of rental property, then adding those doors can be extremely important to you, to have those extra doors that you can rent out for positive cash flow. So that's what's going on. I will be talking in a later video about some opportunities that we have, opportunities that are coming up. But in the second video, I'm going to go into the advantages in terms of what really makes a duplex work for you. So stay tuned. This is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team, where we help you build your wealth with investing in Oklahoma City real estate.